Hello guys, we are here with Marcello Barberi, won the last local tournament, Edison format local tournament here in Rome. 28 players, 28. You play Ferry. How do you feel about this win?
Interesting. So for people who know me and Alberto as well, I've been playing Time Wizard 2010 for a lot of time, basically almost a year now. And to be honest, I've always played Vayu Turbo as the main deck throughout the format, but I kind of got bored of it and wanted to play something different. I played Monarch last time thanks to Lawrence and his deck, but today I tried out Fairies. To be honest, I kind of changed some deck lists that I found online and I made it my own. I think some of the cards that have been popular are not correct in terms of ratios, and I also have some spies, one card especially in the side deck which you will see, but we can go to the deck.
Okay.
So first of all, the first thing is Free Christia. So I've seen some people play only 2, but I think this is completely wrong. Even if you side deck, this is the reason why the deck is good. And as you can see, I built the deck to summon this turn 1, and the reason is I played 3 Shining Angel but also 3 Nova. Usually you see only 1 Nova, 2 Nova maybe. Instead I played 6 because whenever I draw Christia I want to open one of these. I can crush all of them, get 4 fairies, and I can summon Christia turn 1, and this has been the key to my victory today. I keep them even after siding because I have 2 cards in the side deck which I can tutor with these cards, and one of them is the Thatch I told you about. So I rather draw 2 of these than 0. Then to summon I also play 3D Warrior. This is more standard. One of these I always side it out, I think in most matchups, but it's really solid in the main deck. Also because it gets banished for Alchemist, which is my worst enemy, because and I'm really glad that I only played 2 of this. Only 2 because I played 6 fairies, so I can get them easily from the deck. This has been awful today because I have missed this I think 5 times out of 5 at the beginning of the tournament, but it's still needed. It's really good to play around Torrential and Mirror, but it's no, I wouldn't play Free ever. Then one of the best cards, Free Herald,
the best trap,
honestly,
and trap
by far of the format. I didn't really use it much. I use it more to synchro summon as well, which is helpful for the deck. But yeah, it's broken, and this is probably the best entrap, to be fair, even more maybe. Honest is so good, and usually what I do when I open one of these in Christia is I crash 4, I get Honest on the field, then I summon Christia, get this back to the end, bounce this back, and so basically with just a fairy and Christia you have Christia and the same card, so it's a really good combo. And then one random Valley, again because it's one of the cards you can get with the 6 fairies. I didn't use it at all today. It was one of the cards that I sided out the most, but I think against aggressive matchups I didn't play like Dragon. It can be really useful to slow the pace a little bit. And finally Gorz is broken, really strong.
Okay, you don't play any
I don't play the weird
remove the graveyard.
Exactly. I thought about Fred. I think Soul and Purity is awful. Fred is okay, but in the end I thought I'm gonna prioritize getting Christia as soon as possible, and I'm not worried about the grind game, so I think those cards are really bad, both of them. Fred is okay. I thought about siding it against like Dragon and stuff like that, but in the end I didn't like it. I just think the deck has to play after siding more like a not anti-meta but almost, so with cards like Thunder King as you will see, and I didn't miss it.
Okay, and cards like Raiko, Thunder King,
I prefer to side those instead of maining, and Raiko was okay, but it's not like, it doesn't work well with the fairies. I can mill some important one-offs, and the deck also doesn't make much advantage on its own, so I prefer to use other cards, which you can see are quite weird, I would say. But yeah, spells are really linear. It's both Mind and Brain. It's good because of Cyber Valley and the tuners as well.
With Herald.
With Herald. Then okay, Storm and MST. And then Shubuk of Moon. I hate this card in general, especially in Edison. But I thought it was gonna be okay. You have some spots in which basically it's there to protect the fairies. So since I have so many, I'm afraid of prison. So the main reason why I play them is because I wanna attack aggressively, and if they prison I just book it and keep it, but they were okay. In some matchups I cut them after side. This is it for the spells, very few spells. And more traps.
Not my body as a shield.
No,
like for bottomless when you summon Christia.
No, because again, if you bottomless a Christia, it's bad, but it's a -1. So I'm good with it. I want to play it as a toolbox. And yeah, traps it's a lot. Chew bottomless, only chew prison. I think it's enough. All the good one-offs, complete dash shoot, and then other one-offs. This is really good, both for Christia and after siding with Thunder King, or even just to apply some pressure. This is really good. This again, really strong card. Usually the finisher. I never used it today, but even with just the Deity Warrior Lady Alchemist, it does so much. It's really strong.
Yeah.
And here we get to the
where you mill,
weird,
a monster, not
exactly.
like other match.
So as I mentioned, the deck doesn't make many +1s. So the last part of the deck, in my opinion, was cards to bait my opponents into making a +1. The straightforward one is just Dust Tornado, which is in general a good card, and you can use it, you know, just trying to force something and then you chain it as a +1. But to get even a step forward, I play Chu Legacy Fiat Agarasu.
Okay.
This is exactly for the same reason. I set this card. First of all, if I open a trap, I set Chu, the Heavy Storm, I don't do minus. But if that's not the case, I never activate this card, never, unless I'm desperate. I always try to bait Raiko, MST, Dust, all these cards, and then I get a +1, and it was really good. It's also really good because you have 6 cards that you can draw with it, which are these and the Honests as well. So you can draw 6 cards with this, so it makes this actually even more than just as 1-for-1.
No pressure, no.
In the main deck
with 6 recruiters, maybe
it could have been okay. Maybe instead of a Book of Moon, I can try it out. But as I mentioned, I wanted a deck that after siding it's still really good. So the extra deck.
After the
I wouldn't make many changes.
Something.
I think it was very smooth. Maybe you could cut one of these, but I think in the main deck it's okay.
I think it's a very powerful card.
It's really good. I wouldn't change. Maybe a Book of Moon, just because I don't like Book of Moon. But the deck is solid. I like it. Then extra, I missed 2 cards, so I would play one Parshat, the level 8 Synchron, one Ancient Sacred Wyvern, which were replaced by the second Chimera deck.
Okay.
And this, which I think it's awful, but it would be the other 2 cards. But this is actually really important. The reason I play 2, you will see later on, but it's really important. And then the rest is just all the obvious. I'm just gonna
Let's say hi to Stefano Sforza. Let's say hi.
Always I do.
He's the teacher of Marcello, Stefano Sforza.
But yeah, all the generic synchros, nothing to explain, and the first token. And then we get to the side deck, which is a little spicy and a little
Spicy
standard.
cards.
No, some is really standard. So the standard one are Choose Cyber Dragon, nothing to say. Choose Thunder King again, really good. They're light, they are with Honest.
Blackwing.
Also Call of the Hunted works great with this. Diddy Crow again, staple cards against Vayu, Zombie. Not the best in this deck maybe, but it's okay. It's still needed in those matchups. Then I play, as you mentioned, the Royal Oppressions in the side deck, just because in the main deck I want to beat Blackwing and Vayu as much as possible, and I think I have Christia, so with Christia in the main deck I don't really need it, but with both Christia and this in the side deck, most matchups are just really free for this deck. For the same reason I go to free Dust Tornado, just because as I mentioned you want to make a +1, you want to have Dust, also because enemy number 1 is Light Imprisoning Mirror, so you want to have 3 of these plus MST and Storm. And finally, I guess this is also kind of standard, but I think the deck could even play 3 of this, because when you go second you need to get rid of Raiko, Spy and all these monsters. And then we have the funny ones, I guess, which is 1 Consecrated, again I think kind of standard, but you can get it with the 6 fairies. So it's searchable, you can get it back from the graveyard. I even played it in the last round against Barn because I wanted to negate the faders. Then Breaker, again, not the most standard card, but same reason, it's a card that can make a +1, and it's one of the best outs to light imprisoning mirrors. So you attack over something, even Fossil Dynasty, it's really big for its attack. And you get rid of the mirrors, so I really liked it. And the last
is the spice.
the touch card is the prototype Dragon, yeah, which I think not many have played, but the reason is it's searchable by the 6
searchable with,
ways.
yes, with Shining Angels.
I haven't seen anyone play this online, but I think it's great. Like you have 6 ways to search this out, and against all the machinas which are getting popular, especially like Machina Lightsworm, it's really good. So.
New spicy card.
New spicy touch, I guess. But yeah,
Any
that was
call?
it. No.
Do you want to change something in your side deck?
No, honestly, the side deck was great. Maybe if you want to be safe, the third cross out, but I wouldn't really know what to cut. The only problem I would say is Monarch, which usually I have Mask of Restrict in the side deck, but I thought I was not going to play against many in this tournament, so it depends on what you think. If in your area Monarch is popular, maybe you should play Mask of Restrict, but you also have Priest. It's a weird matchup. I think you can win it.
Or maybe against Deck Devastation Virus, maybe you can find any problems.
Kinda, but in the side deck I have Cyber Dragons, Rayo. I have other monsters which are not hurt by it. So I think it's obviously scary, but not as scary as you could think. So thank you, anyways. As last words, I just suggest everyone to check out.
One more time, hi to Stefano Sports.
Stefano Sports again. Hello.
Thanks to Stefano Sports.
But yeah, no, just
with this win. But
absolutely, really important. No, but I suggest everyone to check out Time Wizard formats, not just the 2010.
Edison Format Italia, the only channel, Italian channel.
But yeah, thank you guys, and see you next time.
See you next time, guys. Bye bye.